Welcome to the FabLight tutorial. I'm your FabLight expert John, and whether you're just checking out our software, just got your own brand new FabLight, or you're already experienced with FabCreator and want to see if there are any new tricks, this series is for you. In this video, we're going to show you how to install our SolidWorks plugin to create and process files for cutting tubes on your FabLight. If you've already installed your software, head on over to the next video where we'll show you how to use the plugin. Let's jump right in. If you want to see more of this kind of content from us, give it a thumbs up to let us know it's useful, and subscribe to our channel as we release more tutorial videos. Have an idea for a video or want to see how something is done on FabCreator or on a FabLight? Let us know in the comments. Let's jump right in. First things first, you'll of course need a FabLight machine with a tube and sheet configuration. If you don't have a FabLight yet, make sure to ask your sales expert about the tube and sheet configuration, and note that it is not possible to upgrade your machine after it has been purchased, as all of our machines are built to order. You'll also need at least SolidWorks 2015 to run the plugin. For this tutorial, we'll be using SolidWorks 2022, but many of the steps and procedures are the same for previous versions. Now, we're ready to head over to download the plugin. This article on Freshdesk has everything you need to get started. Let's download the plugin installer itself, and you'll also need to make sure you download the weldment library. The profiles found in this library are common tube shapes and wall thicknesses that you can use on your FabLight machine. We can go to our downloads folder and double-click on the plugin installer. As with our FabCreator software, you may receive a warning like this that says the program is not safe. If you downloaded the plugin from our Freshdesk website or from our FabLight sales rep or support technician, then rest assured that it does not contain any malware. This error is because we have not yet certified our software. To bypass this error, click on More Info and then Run Anyway to accept and continue the installation. The installation will appear where you can click Next and accept the terms in the license agreement. Finally, we can click Next and install the software. Once complete, click Finish. Let's also go back to our Downloads folder and extract all the files from the .zip file that contains our weldments. We'll need this in a bit. To complete the installation, we'll be referencing the location of this folder, so it's a good idea to move it to a more permanent location where it won't be accidentally deleted or changed. For this tutorial, we'll leave it here. Let's go back to SolidWorks and click the arrow next to the settings icon and go to Add-ins. Here, click these checkboxes to make sure the plugin we just installed is loaded during startup and is active. Click OK. Next, click the settings icon and go to the file locations under System Options. Under Show Folders for, go to Weldment Profiles. Here, you can click Add and find the location of the weldment library we extracted. Click OK and Yes on the next pop-up. Here, it's good to check that the 3D Fab plugin appears across the top. If you don't see it, you can right-click on one of the visible tabs and then go to Tabs and then select 3D Fab plugin. If you'd like, you can also click on Weldments to get that tab to appear. Now, let's go back to the 3D Fab plugin tab and click Settings. We'll come back to the Export Settings tab later in this tutorial. Under the License tab, we see a hardware ID. To request a license key, go back to Freshdesk and create a new ticket under your account with this hardware ID. You'll be provided with a unique license key that is tied to your hardware ID. If you have multiple computers that need access to the plugin, you'll need to provide the hardware ID for each of these computers. Once you've received your license, you can click Enter New License Key and enter the license provided to you, and click Save. If we return to the Export Settings tab, we see a few options to select. Here, Custom Map SolidWorks to DXF should be enabled. This points to a map file that places the cut geometry and bend lines into separate layers when processing your tube files. You can deselect this if you'd like to ignore this, or modify it to your own map file. Enabling endpoint merging can help clean up exported DXFs and is recommended to be enabled. It is also recommended to select Export All Spline as polylines, as the FabLight works better with curves and polylines that create arcs rather than splines. To recap, Get your hardware ID from the SolidWorks plugin settings after installation so we can provide you with your free license. Use our weldment library for standard tube profiles, and then add your own profiles as needed. Use our weldment library for standard tube profiles, and then add your own profiles as needed. Remember, cut right, cut with FabLight.